line up on Wednesday at home to Milan in the Champions League. Dundee, Hartley and McGeady all came back into the Celtic side after the League Cup win at Dundee. Kennedy, Riordan and Snow all dropped to the bench. David Robertson in for Mark Kerr in the United lineup, the club having conceded just 5 goals in 7 SPL games this season, 3 of them coming the previous weekend against Gretna. Commentary from Archie McPherson.
Now, McGeady likes to take on a defender like this. Brilliant play. A little bit too far, just the way it's in though. McDonald. A beautiful header from the far post there. But all coming from this man again, McGeady there. This is the header. Beautifully set in there by Jan Very Good of Hesseling. And it gives you an idea of how well they combined. That's a decent pass. Van Hennegoed or Hesseling. Right off the side of the foot. Now then, he's gone down in some pain. I think the defender's boot might have caught him. Jan Very Good of Hesseling off, and he's looking quite crestfallen. Back it goes, Dundee. McDonald tries to lay it off, it's just past. Killen annoyed with himself about that. Great play on the right-hand side here. Cutely laid back, unselfishly, and he tried to angle it with great deliberation. John B. There's no offside. What a chance! A great save. A good sound technical goalkeeping again by Boric. Owen it just passed. Darren Dodds. No, he was annoyed with himself. Should he be? Up he comes. Tried too much of an angle to the left on it. A direct header, and this would have counted. Killen. Brown. Neat little ball in there. And he puts it in. Would you believe McDonald, against the defence, that 3 times could have cleared that ball? Great perseverance, good run here, but watch this. 2 players round him, then there the ball could have been cleared. Dreadful defending, and if you've got that kind of resilience and slack defending, you're going to suffer. Donald gets the ball again, bounces off players. Decent ball, there it's in! McDonald gets his hat-trick. And is he delighted? No. Not the easiest of balls to take. Look at the way he stabbed at it to keep the ball down. It might have been a ball that could have been put over the crossbar had it not been controlled properly. Oh, that wasn't far away from Brown. Not his most influential game, but he's always there for an effort like that.
Today in the first half wasn't a winning performance. In the second half, when we got going, it was a winning performance. It could have been quite a few, but the fact was they made it very difficult. And I keep saying that I think getting the first goal early and that kind of threw the edge away for the players, and we got a bit sloppy because I'm sure they thought it was going to be a lot harder to score a goal than it was, or take a longer to score a goal.
With 6 players today making their sort of debuts in this type of atmosphere, And it can be quite a difficult experience, and it's all about testing yourself. And some of the players didn't quite come up to the standards that they've been producing in recent weeks. I've seen it happen before, and no doubt it'll happen again. But yeah, we're disappointed. We are disappointed because we didn't do ourselves justice.
Colin Henry and Ian McCall here on the full SPL. And Colin, it's all about Celtic this week in the Champions League. They come up against Milan's side, which, it has to be said, are not firing on all cylinders.
I watched the game today against Catania, and they're struggling to score at the moment, and there's not a better time actually to get them at home. And there was issues with the Milan side today. There was a lot of squabbling amongst the players, and obviously it's not flowing the way it should be at Milan at the minute.
Can we say it's a good time to get Milan, given Celtic's last performance? Are we saying that Celtic are a much different proposition in Champions League at home?
Well, they've had a good result yesterday and a good performance. I think Gordon's quite content with that. But I think it's more to do that Milan are struggling at the minute. You know, there was several issues in the game today that I seen against Catania, when they should be really giving them 2 or 3-0 at home, but they've got their problems.
Well, the bookmakers are going to go about 11-4 Celtic at home, Ian, against a struggling Milan side. Would you advise punters to get on?
Well, I think Celtic have played ever so well this season. I think they had a setback in Russia, but they've certainly got the players to hurt Milan in the forward areas, and I think midfield areas is their strength just now. I think Scott Brown's a terrific player, Donati, so I would certainly think they've got a chance, yeah.
Well, it looks as if they may be missing Jan Vennegoor of Hesselink, but they'll be hoping Shunsuke Nakamura comes back, Colin.
Well, there's him and several others, isn't there, really can step back into the team. I'm sure Gordon will have his plan all set out as to how to go about the game on Tuesday night, or Wednesday night I should say. But it's certainly a game that I think that Celtic can win.
Scott McDonald would appear to have played himself into the starting 11 on Wednesday night, and no wonder, Ian, his first hat-trick for Celtic, his first senior hat-trick at all, and that one, I think, the pick of the bunch, the third one.
Yeah, he's a handful. He's been a top striker in the SPL for 2-3 years now, and that's a great cross, but I tell you what, it's a difficult one to stick in the net. I know all the pace is on the ball, but he's had to take that in a half volley, and that's a striker in form, full of confidence.
Yeah. And he is proving it now, Ian, at a higher level, isn't he?
Yeah, I mean, we always suspected, I think, when you saw his performances at Motherwell, that he was a top player, but to do it at Glasgow Celtic, at Glasgow Rangers, it takes a different type of mentality, and he seems to have that mentality, and I think he'll only get better.
Not suggesting for 1 minute Dundee United have hit the buffers, but just a couple of poor results.
Yeah, and conceding the goals as well. I think Craig will be disappointed that they've conceded 3 goals in each of the last 2 weekends now. And of course, when we spoke to him recently, he was quite proud that they were difficult to beat and not concede 3 goals, certainly in 2 games on the run.
And again, he'll be looking forward to Motherwell going up there to Tannadice next weekend and getting back on the rails, although easier said than done, given what we've seen already.
It is, but I mean, I think both teams are resurgent. I think Craig's done ever so well, and I think he's had a problem at left back, and having to play Barry Robson there. I think A, you saw defensively there, Barry's not at his best, and B, he's a huge miss. He's such an influential player throughout, playing in a centre area, so that'll be a great game next week.
Sure, good point, Ian. Well, Ian here